Greetings. Welcome back to the second part of the Jungle Green edition of the Donkey Kong trilogy. Last time I said before that they didn't have the Donkey Kong Free game, which I mentioned in the last video that I didn't know now, I just miss it. I was trying to find it and somehow I lost the cartridge. Somehow I found another one, so thankfully I finally got one. As you can see right here, this is the one that is missing from the video that I promised to review. I'd reviewed the first one and the second one, and I told this is the one that's missing, the third one, the last of the trilogy, the underdog, the underrated, the black sheep of the Free. It's considered the most underrated of the Free. Some people don't like this game for a lot of reasons. Some say the music, others say that it's too difficult. That's because of the secondary character, Kitty Kong, which I don't know why people edited it. It's just preference. Me personally, it looks fine by me. Sincerely, it's like because Kitty reminds me of Donkey Kong Jr. when he was a baby during the Donkey Kong Jr. arcade game. That kind of rate, although a little different to me when I look at him. As a result, it was quite interesting to see a game like this, believe it or not. Well, this game right here, it was the last of the trilogy. It came out in November 16, 1996. 3 months after the launch of the Nintendo 64. By then, the Nintendo 64, this console right here, it's already out with Mario 64 and many great games of this console. There's no wonder this game didn't solve very well or didn't succeed that well because of the N64. It was released way late at the SNES lifespan, which, by the way, I'm gonna tell later on. There's a secret. Later on, you will see a secret there of the game, something really interesting and fascinating. We'll see that later. Well, this game, as I mentioned before, I used to own it back then. It was the last game that I bought for the trilogy when I was a kid. Since I got it later, sincerely. As a result, I see a lot of what I like about this game quite a lot is unlike the True Fury, this one is a little out of well, not a style out of place, none of that. Instead, it's unique, sincerely. And the two previous games, they had some mood. The first one you start at the jungle. The second one you start at the middle of the ocean. This time you start at the Canadian country. You can see the palm. You can tell the pine trees, the logs, etc. And it's inhabited by bears, grizzly bear, polar bear, all in this country. Which I was like, wow. The bears on this game reminds me of those teddy bears that you bought from, you say, in those stores, toy stores like this. It reminds me of those. Oh, this game, by the way, it was composed by David Wise, but only like 5 or 6 songs he composed. The rest of the song was composed by the name of Alec Nordvig. Yeah, I put the name of the composer of this game. The composer made it quite different from David Wise. Unlike David Wise, who composed music that is beautiful and really imaginative, this one is more like into the ambient of the world of the game. It's quite different. Now, some people again, it's just subjective in my opinion, sincerely. It's just subjective. I really like and really enjoy the music of this game, sincerely. It fits on this game pretty well. Because at that point on, Donkey Kong Country was pretty much done at that point on, and as I mentioned, the N64 was already out at that point on, so they knew this game would not did receive as the treatment as the 2, but at least it's a good note to end this, in my opinion. Well, some people might not agree with me, but it's subjective. It's subjective, and I can't deny it. Anyways, the gameplay is exactly the same as the prequels, the 2 prequel Donkey Kong Country games, so it's nothing special. I'm not gonna talk about that. What I'm gonna talk about is the level design. Well, unlike the 2 previous games, which is the original was easy, the second one was challenging but not too cryptic. This one, however, is insanely hard. Some of the bonus stages are insanely difficult to get, and some of them are beyond the rope. And I see a lot of people raging at those bosses. Me, another people who get rage. No, I much prefer to calm down and get the situation right. That's why I like hard games, and that's why I have difficulty games, because I have a lot of time and effort and patience to do it. Something that a lot of people don't do that in this case, which most people they don't like this game. And the second thing that most people don't like is Kiddy Kong. Well, we know he's now no one is memorable as Donkey Kong, although he looks similar to Donkey Kong Jr. when he was a baby, as I mentioned. Well, he's like Donkey Kong, but in miniaturized. As a result, he has the string. Dixie Kong. Well, by the way, Dixie's the main character of this game, and also although that Kiddy was Dixie's cousin. Funky Kong bringing in the rescue truck and take care of it. As a result, of course, Funky Kong is there as a mechanic. It's not the one that like the surf dude like the 2 previous games, but it's there. And also, it's Wrinkly Kong, which is the wife of Donkey Kong Sr., or as you may know, Cranky. Which, by the way, when you visit her for the first time, you see an Easter egg, which let's discuss. As you can see right here. In the game, you see her playing Mario 64 in it. You can hear the music when you listen carefully, you notice it is the remake of the castle theme of Mario 64. If you listen carefully, like you hear right now, I put the tone running the video, so let you guys, this is the song of the game. It was basically Mario 64. And you see he played the new Nintendo 64 at that point on. So she has enjoyed fun already. You gains on it. That's the Easter egg. The song and the Nintendo 64. You see right away and you listen, it's Mario 64. You notice right away the game implores you to get a Nintendo 64. It's like a promotion by me. Plus a good little cool Easter egg. But at the same time, you feel like you're playing something that is updated at that point on, which is understandable, by the way. The game, unlike the previous one, it is very linear. As you can see in the cover, you're not looking like the linear way. Instead, you're going on every single whatever you want. So they try more like Metroid or like kind of like Metroidvania. So you can go whatever you want, backtracking some areas you didn't explore. It's the same field. So it's more like half platforming, half the Metroid, but not as much. And so it's like Retro, we're trying to find something new, something out of originality. Instead of the same thing as the 2 previous games, they try to do their best to get something original, something different out of curiosity. The graphics, once again, they look superb. I mean, out of the 3, this is the one get the graphical. Well, the 2 is the same caliber, but this one received like they tried to get the best out of it. Also, this is the game that used, again, the composer, I don't remember very well the name. Well, she used the music, it's all bassy. If you listen carefully a lot, you use bass a lot. Which basically the Super Nintendo, obviously the Super Nintendo used sample sound or waveform audio normally as MIDI, of course. not MIDI. They use a special Sony sound inside, which I'm not gonna go mess with the sound set. Check out the other videos that how the sound does work on GTS, which explains exactly how the sound works. Well, she apparently used a lot of bass on the songs. If you listen to the balls theme, which sounds that sound, it sounds really bass, low pitch, really low pitch, and I really love that low pitch. It just sounds sexy and bassy and beefy when I look at it. I mean, in my opinion, of course. Unlike there is a Game Boy Advance version. Well, all have really received the Game Boy Advance versions, which I gotta be honest, not a huge fan of the ports of the Game Boy Advance because they sound different when I look at it. On the GBA version of this game, they changed the songs by David Wise. He did a great job, but however, because the Game Boy Advance doesn't have that bass, low-pitched sound, they just replaced with other sounds. So it was like, I don't know. Hey, again, it's just my own taste of the music, of course. As a result, I like the music of this game. I really like it. And some of the songs, some of my favorite songs is right here, such as the snow theme, the boss theme, as I mentioned, etc., etc., and the forest, which I really like as well. And now, the enemies. The enemy of this game is almost exactly the same as the previous one. For example, the crocodile barrel is almost similar to the barrels of the second game. The enemies that walk exactly as the second one. It's like they recycle every single enemy, well, not always, to accommodate and reduce cost. One thing to know that there's one I mentioned in Donkey Kong Country 2. There's a video that I put of Gamer Cultur. Well, there's a curiosity video. Unfortunately, Spanish again. I don't know why. It's because it's a good video, but the trouble is there's no way to watch it unless you watch the subtitles. But I was able to investigate that in Donkey Kong Country 2, right for the development, they asked the banana animals. One of them got succeed. That is the banana bird. If you look carefully, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but you look right there in the label, there's the banana bird. That idea comes from Donkey Kong 2, which is the sequel. Well, they took the banana bird, and the idea is to collect. There's only like 20 of them to collect. Once you got all of them, spoiler alert, you save the queen banana bird or the mama bird. And I'm not gonna tell the ending because if I do it, I might ruin your day. I will save it for you to see the ending, okay? But it's a little bizarre. Anyways. In this game, unlike the previous one, they use, well, you had the same DK coins, but instead of obtaining them somewhere in Donkey Kong 2, there's some crocodiles with shields with Donkey Kong 3. Only after you grab one of those big metal drums and throw it at the back, you get the DK coins very easily, which is very easy to do it. The animal helpers are different. Gone is Remy the Rhino. Gone is some of the animals. You see the spider, the swordfish, sorry, the two little parrots, which I don't know the name of the animals. I'll put the name of the animal helpers in the screen since I don't remember very well. The one I do remember this game, that's the one that stands out, is the elephant. It's Ellie. The elephant is the replacement of Rambi, the rhinoceros. She's really useful, although she's scared away by the rats, which is understandable. I hope you liked the video. Sincerely, it was short. I wish to be longer. Unfortunately, because of time, I decided to make it shorter to make it less complicated, less boring, of course. So I made it quickly as possible. I hope you get an idea how Donkey Kong 3 it is. And that so ended the Donkey Kong trilogy. But it's not the end of the Jungle Green edition. I'm gonna review one game that I want to review and I want to share my passion and why I love the game, and that's why I bring my N64 with me. Well, this N64 I got is, well, it needs some repairs, but I finally got an N64, so all I need to do is to repair it and make it to work. It doesn't have an expansion pack. That's in my case, don't worry, it's on the that's why I bring this protector case, since it's very fragile. I don't want to break it. The expansion pack's on the house because I'm gonna review a game, well, 2 games of N64, but that's after Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Fight Edition. That's after that. Well, I'll give you 2 hints. Joanna Dark and the follow-up of this game. Not the country series, but the follow-up. Tell me in the comment what it is. If you are, well, you know it. It's DK64. And since I want to review so badly. But again, that's for the next installment of the video. And I know you're wondering, where's the 2-player of Donkey Kong 1 and 2? Like I mentioned before, I planned it, but I delayed it again because I want to get the free games in one. Because let's face it, I wanted to review all the free in one sitting to make it more easier for me. As a result, you will see Dylan and I will play that week when he was not busy. As a result, it's gonna be easy for me. In the meantime, you will see a little gameplay of Donkey Kong the original. Since I made a video like a while back ago, but it was never edited, well, finally I can show my gameplay of Donkey Kong Country, the original, not the second one, the third one. The third one, the second one, still ongoing as a result. So you have to wait on that. For the meantime, let's see what happened with Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Mighty Edition. So, this is it. Okay, we reached the end of the video. I hope you enjoy the video. It's quite relatively short, so you get so. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, well, give it a click on the subscribe and the like if you enjoy this video. That helps to promote the channel and to get the motivation to happen and make the channel success like anyone others. Also, I decided to leave all the links of the videos and the information that I got. It's down to the description below if you want to watch it. You have Game Culture and 2 videos that I don't remember the names, but it's down there if you want to check it. And that's it, sincerely. Anyways, guys, until the next time, take care.